So what was Jesus' mission? It's pretty simple. To live, die, and resurrect as our Savior. Amen? That was Jesus' mission. This is the good news of the gospel, the life, death, and resurrection of Jesus. So that was his mission, and he accomplished that mission. But what is his mission now? I want you to look at the very, very first. What is Jesus' mission now? This is what Luke says in the beginning. He says, "In the first book, O Theophilus, I have dealt with all that Jesus began to do." See that? Did you notice that? I dealt with all that Jesus began to do. And the book of Acts is telling the story of what happens after Jesus ascends to heaven. So what Luke is telling us is that Jesus is alive. Jesus is still at work. Jesus is still doing things. The gospel accounts don't tell us all that Jesus did. They tell us all that Jesus began to do. That's awesome. The founders of every other major world religion have said everything they're going to say, and they have done everything they're going to do, except Jesus. Jesus is alive, and Jesus is still doing things. Jesus is still teaching things. He teaches through the Scripture. He teaches through his apostles who go out and write Scripture. I want you to see that Jesus is alive, and he's still working. People are meeting Jesus today. People have met Jesus since we planted this church a couple years ago because Jesus only began to do and teach. But he's still working. Isn't that great? To know that Jesus is not done. That Jesus has not finished what he's done, but he is continuing to meet people where they're at and to use his church to go and proclaim the gospel to people so that people may meet him and receive a new life and be forgiven and be adopted into his family. Jesus is still working. John 14:12, Jesus says, "Truly, truly, I say to you, whoever believes in me will also do the works that I do, and greater works than these will he do, because I'm going to the Father." Jesus is saying, it's like, right now, he was talking in his flesh when he was on the earth. It's like, people that believe in me, my followers, they're going to do more than I've done because there's going to be millions of them throughout the whole world. Jesus did not cheat. He didn't just like fly somewhere else or like boop and then appear somewhere else in his life. He was in Israel his whole life, and he was ministering within about 60 miles of where he was born. But he's saying greater things are going to happen. I'm going to keep working through my people because there's going to be millions, perhaps even billions of them. So Jesus is still alive. He's just getting started.